hacértelo. La luna yo te bajaré, mi corazón te lo daré. Conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Oye, él no te quiere, no sabe cuidarte. Oye, yo tengo un mundo para darte. Yo solo quiero cuidarte. Oye, mueve la cintura. Oye, que seas mía toda la vida. Solo eso quiero.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. We bring you sports moments of your life, and I am Beny Kuji. It's another Champions League night, and today there are a lot of games going on. 2 games already been played. FC Copenhagen versus Bayern Munich, Bayern Leverkusen. Halftime now, while Club Brugge versus Monaco is 53 plus 55 plus 3 minutes, almost halftime. There are a lot of games out for today, and maybe we'll be picking one of those games and talking about it. And I'm thinking I want to pick, say, Newcastle Barcelona. That's going to be an explosive one. And the Newcastle coach is actually talking. But before we bring you that, let's bring you up to speed with the latest sport news around you and around the world. FIFA has officially opened disciplinary proceedings against the South Africa Football Association, SEFA, and Bafana midfielder Teboho Mokoena for allegedly breaching disciplinary regulations during a 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The case stems from Mokwena's participation in South Africa's 2-0 win over Lesotho on March 21st, 2025 in Polokwane despite being suspended. The 28-year-old midfielder had picked up 2 yellow cards earlier in the qualifier, first against Benin in November 2023 and again against Zimbabwe in June 2024, which under FIFA rules should have resulted in a 1-match ban. In a letter to SEFA dated September 15, 2025, FIFA confirmed that both the player and the association are facing charges related to fielding of an ineligible player. The case has been referred to the FIFA Disciplinary Committee, which has given SEFA and Mokoena 6 days to submit their response. If found guilty, South Africa could be forced to forfeit the result of the match, handing Lesotho a 3-0 win on paper. Additional sanctions such as fines or suspension could also follow. Such a ruling would see Bafana level on 14 points with Benin after 8 matches, but stay on top of Group C thanks to a superior goal difference. Lesotho, meanwhile, will move from 6th to 9 points, but remain 5th, 2 points behind Nigeria and Rwanda, who are both tied on 11 points. This development now places pressure on coach Hugo Boss and his men, who must defeat Zimbabwe and Rwanda in their final 2 qualifiers in October to guarantee qualification, assuming Benin do not drop points against Rwanda and Nigeria, who themselves must win both games and hope South Africa falters. SEFA have yet to issue an official statement on the case. Nigeria Super Eagles have dropped by 1 spot in the September edition of the FIFA World Football Ranking to be the world's 45th place team. In the ranking table on the website of the FIFA, football governing body, Nigeria garnered 1,483 points in the month under review, as against 1,484 points it had at the last ranking in July. At the continental level, Nigeria placed 6th behind Morocco, Senegal, Egypt, Algeria, Cote d'Ivoire, respectively. On the global scene, Spain dethroned Argentina, who had occupied the position since April 2023 to be world leaders for the first time since 2014. The biggest climbers was Slovakia, climbing 10 spots to become 43rd in total. More than 200 relevant national team matches were considered around the world since the FIFA Coca-Cola Men's World Ranking was last updated, majorly impacting the pecking order. And back to our topic of discussion. Barcelona under Hansi Flick have carved out a reputation as one of football's most ruthless side in Europe over the past year. Later today, Newcastle United will have the opportunity to play host to the defending Spanish champions, and it will be a massive game for both sides as they look to kick off their UEFA Champions League campaign to a perfect start. For Newcastle, however, the challenge is tangibly more difficult given the sheer depth of the squad Barcelona have and the quality of player in Flick's starting 11. One such player who will be key tonight in the team is star midfielder Pedri Gonzalez. Newcastle United manager Eddie Howe maintained a close eye on Barcelona's recent win over Valencia, and what caught his eyes was Pedri's extensive involvement in the build-up and his creative prowess. The manager thus sees the key to defeating Barcelona to be in restricting the Spanish midfielder, who has been the team's most important midfielder for over a year now. Will restricting Pedri ultimately guarantee Newcastle a good result? And do you see Newcastle getting anything out of today's game against Barcelona? That is the question today. Tonight, Newcastle will be hosting Barcelona. Like we all know about Barcelona since last season, since Hansi Flick took over Barcelona, Barcelona has grown over the years. Steadily, they have grown to be one of the best in Europe. And you can see from the Champions League last season, the team was so good, they narrowly lost to Inter Milan. And right now, they will be start kicking off their campaign against a Newcastle side. And Newcastle coach says that after watching Barcelona's team, one of the key players there is Pedri. He is a maestro when it comes to the midfield, and he thinks that to restrict Barcelona, you have to cut the excesses of Pedri, and that is why I am asking: will restricting Pedri ultimately guarantee Newcastle United a good result? And you see Newcastle getting a very good result against Barcelona today? That is the question. You can be a part of the show when you call us on 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again: 0903 648 5868. You can also be part of the show when you call our studio line, when you comment on our Facebook handle, that is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi, and I will read your comments here live. So let's hear from you. Today's game, and I don't want to just restrict it to today's game. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
A very good evening to you, Uncle Beny Kuji.
Good evening. What is your name and where are you calling us from?
Yours truly, yours faithful MC Oliver Nikia, better known as Busy Brain, the king of sports. Reaching you live and direct here in Abenga, Lady.
Busy Brain, you're welcome to the show.
God bless you.
You had a bad one yesterday.
Yes, I don't want to call that yesterday because of the match, because I know that Chelsea are going to lose. So I don't want to say anything about Chelsea Bayern Munich. That is why I'll just observe silently.
Okay, let's go on today. Newcastle Barcelona.
Yes, today talking about Newcastle Barcelona. Yes, I argued this in the film hall yesterday in the viewing center where I was watching with some of my friends.
Yes. That
the English Premier League, the way they represented 6 clubs represented in the UEFA Champions League, and they are seen not to be serious. So for me, I don't see Newcastle United taking any points to Barcelona. I see Barcelona beating them. It's not even beating them. Barcelona will humiliate them tonight.
Wow. So
even without some of the key players from Barcelona that are unavoidably available, but I still see Barcelona winning the match.
So you think Eddie Howe said the key is just silencing Pedri? Silencing Pedri, will it actually guarantee them a win?
Hello?
I'm saying that Newcastle coach says that silencing Pedri is the key to defeating Barcelona. Do you see that happening?
I don't see that happening. I don't see them with any way to defeat Barcelona. If they have been finding it difficult to play teams like Wolves and the rest in the Premier League, which they have been encountering for how many years? Then for them just watching, observing Barcelona's game, then him determining that they will silence this in Pedro and win the match. I don't think it will be easy for him. Barcelona will come to England and they will still beat them.
All right.
We did not pray that it should happen that way, but it seems that the Premier League teams, they are not giving us the best. Look at how Liverpool played yesterday. Although they made winner, but we were not impressed with the performance. But talking about the match between Man City and Napoli,
yes,
I see Man City emerging as victory tonight.
Wow. Okay. That's a nice one. Okay.
I know what Guardiola can do when he's doing business.
Okay. Thanks for that one.
Yes, and the prediction for Newcastle is Newcastle 1, Barcelona 3.
Okay. What about Man City?
Man City 3. And Newcastle,
Napoli
0.
Okay, all right.
Napoli 0.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
Thanks. God bless you for the opportunity.
Thanks for that one. Thank you for that one, Busy Brain. Okay, Busy Brain has made his own prediction. What is your say on that? And what do you think? You can call our studio line. The studio lines is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. You can also be a part of the show when you comment on our Facebook handle. Our Facebook handle is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makodi, and I'll read your comments here live. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, what is your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Teve. I'm calling from Ekwengu.
Okay, Teve. Do you see Liverpool doing something today?
Yeah, they will do something. Hello?
I can hear you. Go on.
As for me, I predict Newcastle 1, Barcelona 2.
Oh, that's Barcelona. Barcelona eventually defeating Newcastle.
Yeah, they will beat Newcastle by 2-1.
But the Newcastle coach is saying that they can actually get a result by silencing Pedri in that midfield. Do you agree with that?
No, I disagree with it. And as for Man City, I predict Man City 2 and Napoli 0.
Man City 2, Napoli 0. Okay, thanks for that one.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm going.
All right. That is his predictions for today's game. If you're just joining us, this is Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. We bring you the sports moments of your life, and I am Beny Kuji. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Ben.
Good evening.
Kenneth calling from Air Force Base.
Okay, Kenneth, hit us up.
Then Newcastle will defeat Barcelona once they silence Pedri. It's possible they can beat Barcelona even without silencing Pedri.
I like this.
But the question is, can they? Will they be able to silence Pedri? These two things are very key. Silencing Pedri and defeating Barcelona. Will they be able to achieve these two results? Not minding they are going to play the game in England. I mean, England has sort of been like Barcelona second home. They won this competition in England. Where Piqué, there are people even on the net. So I don't know where the eye is getting inspiration from by saying they will silence Pedri and defeat Barcelona. Well, we'll just wait and see how the match goes. Then for Man City, Napoli, I can't just call it a Man City straight win because Napoli are not a pushover.
They are Italian champions.
So, yes. So the game is going to be, Man City are not the Man City of old. So the game is not going to be that easy. So I think Man City, I would just leave it that anybody can win.
Okay.
But for Barcelona, Newcastle is a straight win for Barcelona.
Give us your goals now. Tell us the goals.
Okay. Other people have said 3-1, 2-1, but me, I'll give it straight 3-0.
3-0?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thanks for that one. If you're just joining us, this is Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. We have another caller. Hello?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Okay, my name is Barnabas Oga, clearly known as Son of Nobody from North Bank.
Okay, Oga, go on.
So the question of today, I didn't hear the question of today.
Hansi Flick, coach of Newcastle United, is saying to beat Barcelona, they have to silence Pedri in the midfield. And if they do that, they have a chance of defeating Barcelona. Do you see that happening? And do you see Newcastle actually beating Barcelona in St. James's Park?
That is not possible. Let me just say, that is not possible. Let me just say this. Newcastle to beat Barcelona, it is not possible. I'm telling you the truth. Newcastle is going to out nonsense out of Newcastle. Like, let me just say 3-1. Because I know, and I believe in Yama. Today, Yama will scatter that speed.
No, Yama is injured. He will not be playing today.
Like, okay, if Yama is not playing today, I know Rashiha is there. And Mark Cyphers, oh God, I'm forgetting my former player, Jesus. But Odogu, how about Doctor will deliver today?
How about Manchester City Napoli? How do you see that match going?
Manchester City versus Napoli. Manchester City, they are not informed this time around. Let's just talk about what they just did to Manchester United, because that one is just a minor thing. Because Manchester United, they have their own issue, and Napoli and Napoli.
Okay.
No, let me just say, Napoli is going to give Manchester City 3-0.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that one. All right. He's saying Napoli are going to defeat Manchester City 3-0. That is what he's trying to say. Hello?
Good Good evening, Ben.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Ebi Abu from Abiensi.
Abu, go on.
Mine is my country. I am not after the foreign football.
Okay. You can also talk about the news aspect where South Africa have been charged to the to FIFA.
No, there's something I want to ask you.
Okay.
Why is that there's a lot of politics today in field of football in Nigeria, more especially our national team? A lot of politics. Nigeria is down in terms of football. We are down. We are backward. We are not.
Okay. What we do is there is a day we'll talk about that. Maybe when we want to talk about that, we have talked about it already. I think 2-3 days ago. We've talked about it, but maybe one day I'll bring the topic again. Then you can actually comment again.
Kuji, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you're just joining us, this is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. We have another caller. Wow. Hello.
Hello, Ben. Ben, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, this is at World Bank.
Okay, Tina, go on.
All right. For the question of the day, Newcastle coach coming out to say if you can silence Pedri, then they will have an upper edge. I don't see that because football itself is a team work. It's not an individual play.
Yes.
They're not playing tennis or a golf. It's a teamwork. So I don't see Pedri being the only player that is dangerous in the Barcelona's squad currently. In as much as Yamal is not present, and if you notice, most people are scared because Yamal is not around. I mean, not in the squad.
Yes.
Newcastle can go away. But football, this new Champions League format is a very scary one. Because it's something that you play and get tired. So sometimes it tends to affect all these big clubs because of the number of competitions they are in.
Yes.
But it's an early game, it's the first game. So I see Barcelona wanting to make the first impression. This is the first game. So it will be very difficult for Newcastle to win Barcelona this match.
Okay.
I think just like maybe it's not the first match. Could have started doubting due to the injuries and all that.
Yeah.
And as for Man City and Napoli, the two are from different countries, but and due to the lack of form, Man City, they are just being on and off, like that. So I see it being a very difficult match. I don't want to predict, but I don't want to predict. I want to play.
Tina, you have to predict Man City, Napoli, and Newcastle, Barcelona. You predict them before I let you go.
I want to be stable, please, Ben.
I'm waiting.
Okay, for the Newcastle Barcelona, I see Barcelona winning, but I don't want to give a goal margin.
Okay.
And for Man City in Napoli, the worst result there can be a draw, but I still see Man City pushing through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for that one, Tina. Thanks for that one. All right, thanks for that one, Tina. She sees Barcelona winning without giving the score line, and then Man City also winning. But right now, the second half of the Champions League is actually going on. Club Brugge are trashing Monaco 3-0, and the game is at the 51 minute. FC Copenhagen also beating Bayern Leverkusen by a lone goal. That game is at the 54th minute. Later today, we still have Eintracht Frankfurt versus Galatasaray. There's also Man City versus Napoli, Newcastle versus Barcelona, Sporting CP versus Kairat Almaty. Those are the Champions League matches that are left for this week. Tomorrow matches in the French Ligue 1, we have Lyon versus Angers. In the German Bundesliga, there is Stuttgart versus St. Pauli. In the Italian Serie A, Lens versus Cagliari. While in Spain, we have Real Betis versus Real Sociedad. Those are the matches for tomorrow. While in the Champions League, I think the Champions League will also continue next week. I'll see you that time. We'll talk about it. Then tomorrow we'll also talk about maybe some of these matches that have already been played. I think this is where we'll call the show a day. From me over here, I'm appreciating all the callers. I'm saying thank you very much for calling. And those that couldn't make it through because of the network also, I really appreciate you too for your effort. From me over here, I'm saying I'll see you on Saturday. I'm saying God bless your heart. I'll see you. Bye.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Él te jura un falso amor, es un abusador. Juega con tu corazón, sabes decir que no. ¿Cómo decirte que te quiero, que muero por tu amor? Yo no he perdido la ilusión, ni el tiempo ni la razón. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Tu cuerpo y el mío juntitos bailando. Tu boca y la mía felices gozando. Vas moviendo la cintura, me sube la temperatura. Yo te regalo mi universo, ya no lo pienses más. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Déjame decirte, mami, una cosita. Yo te doy lo que tú necesitas. Solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo.
As King Radio 98.5